Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Joji. I do makeup tutorials and makeup reviews right on my channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And in today's video, I am going to go over with the Dior holiday collection, one of their holiday collection. This is the Dior Écrin Couture iconic makeup for lips, eyes, and face. So I have it all here. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you some swatches, demo and application, as well as review at the very end of my video. So if you want to see all of that, just keep on watching. Now I'm going to go over some of the details with the packaging. This is how the box looks like. As you see, it's very pretty. And this is how the product looks like at the back. Everything, it's just so luxurious. It is so pretty. And the product itself, so this is how it looks like when you open it. It comes with this little suede bag already that protect the actual product. It comes with this little brush so that you can use it for your blush. And I think actually this is really cool. As you can see, you can fold this one to make it smaller, or you can make it bigger. So now let's open the product. Oh my god, look at this. So look at the detail on the embossed. You can really tell that they made such good quality, and the details is just really good. And I love the gold lever here. So let's read a little bit about this product first. So Dior says, to celebrate the holiday season, Dior has created a makeup palette housed in couture case, featuring the house of Dior's makeup essential for the face, eyes, and lips. The makeup palette includes illuminating powder, 5 eyeshadows, 4 lipstick, 2 blushes, 1 double-ended applicator for eye makeup, and so on. And now I'm gonna go ahead and open this product to show you guys. It's like an actual clutch. So this is really cool. I love the idea. And then you open this way. That is how it looks like. That is just so pretty. And let me remove the brushes. So it comes with this plastic on top, and it explains everything over here. So you can see there is a powder, eyeshadow, blush, and lips. So illuminating powder, and close up of the product. So here are the swatches of the palette. First is Terrific Splendor Illuminating Pressed Powder, and then the 5 eyeshadow color, which is 531, 731, 610, 661, and 780. Then the 2 blushes, which is 642 Ready and 047 Miss. Then the lipstick shades are 999, Red Smile, Actrice, Paris, and all of them are satin finish. Now that the swatches are done, I am super excited to use the palette, because this is actually the first time that I use the Dior eyeshadow. This is a limited edition, so I wanted to see how it goes. So let's start with the shade right here. I'm going to use the lightest shade over here. Alright, nice and close up. Let's start with the lightest brown. I'm going to use my NYX brush number 16. I'm going to be blending it on the top of my eye and see. So when I first swatched this shade, I was like thinking it's definitely a light shade for my tone. As you see, I'm trying to build up, just giving my lid an extra shine. It's not really giving me color so far, but we can build up. Okay, so that one is absolutely not showing on my skin. Let me grab the shade on the bottom. So the shade right here. And see if we can get a little bit color on the crease. I'm gonna use the same brush. Okay, so there you go. So this one is definitely giving me more color. Oh wow, that's a pretty good actually. The second shade was way more pigmented and has more color. I noticed that the pigmentation of this one has a slight sheen to it, so it's not matte. Actually, there is one matte shade on this one, which is the darkest brown. So I'm gonna just build up a little bit more on this one and blend. Now, honestly, if you just want to leave it like that, you can just put an eyeliner. You can even use a slightly small and thin brush to grab the matte brown and just smudge it around to be more natural. I could leave it like that, but I'm going to build up with a little bit more color. So I'm going to use the dark brown on the corner. I am using Sigma E33 brush. Wow, this one picks up a lot of product, so be careful with the matte shade over here. As you see, it's definitely there. It's more of a smoky now. It's bringing a bit more of a night look, which is fine to me. So far, it's not so bad. I feel like I'm not used to like eyeshadow that doesn't have enough color to me. To me, this is a lot more neutral. So that is the darkest brown you can already see on the corner of my eyes. I'm going to bring it a little bit more higher. There it is. The second shade that I actually apply, it's almost like a gray with a little bit of a mauve-ish into it. So it's not like a plain gray. Because of, I think, the shimmer into it, it's giving that a little bit more reflective into my skin. So it's not as flat as I thought. So I like that. So you could really smoke it out if you want, but I think I'm pretty good with that. I'm gonna put some eyeliner and also lashes, and I think I'm good to go. And I'm also going to quickly add just the eyeshadow shade on the bottom of my eyes as well, so that we can get a smoky look over here. And then I'm going to grab the gold shade in the middle and just slightly tap that on top of everything. I just want to see how it looks like all together, since I use almost all the colors. So you see a little bit of gold. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use one of the brush that comes with the palette. I'm going to grab the lightest shade, which is the lightest shade, I already said it. Duh. Oh my god. Okay, and I'm gonna grab and apply that onto the corner of my eyes. Let's add a bit more. I would say this light shade is not showing enough shine. I don't know how it's supposed to be, but yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna add that corner. I will finish my other eye, put some eyeliner and false lashes, and I'll be right back to show you guys the rest of this palette. Alright guys, I am done with my eye look. Now let's try the illuminating face powder. So I would say maybe this is a highlighter, but they name it as an illuminating face powder. So you probably want to put a little bit more on the cheek. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to grab my Morphe M510 and just kind of put this around my cheek area and see how it goes. If it's really a highlighter or a little bit more toned down. On the swatch that I showed you earlier, it's not as intense as highlighter, so it's still definitely a powdery look. So as you see, I have it right there. Ooh. Well, the light is hitting my face right now. If you can see, that's kind of a little bit more intense for a powder, so it's definitely for me. I think I would do this as or named it as a subtle highlighter, because look at that, it's really a highlighter. So yeah, it's a little bit confusing because it says a powder but illuminating, so maybe that's their version of a highlighter. They just call it a powder. So as you see the other side as well, it's definitely there. The color of highlighter is actually really good. It's not so yellow, but it's not so pink. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the perfect amount of color in there. I almost wanted to say it's more of a neutral tone. Definitely it's there. As you see, I kind of like it. The light is definitely making it more intense, but if you kind of maybe like that, maybe I have put too much too. We'll see. Okay, so that is the illuminating face powder from this palette. Now let's move on to the blush. Alright, so blush on the Dior website, it says that you can use your finger to actually blend your blush. So I'm going to do that on this side. I'm going to use my finger, and on this side I'm going to use a brush. So I'm grabbing the first shade. This one is the lighter one, more of a peachy tone. It's over here. And then just kind of like dab it around my cheek. Oops. Oh, that's actually pretty amazing. So I thought I had that indentation. Be careful when you're using your finger because you have such a focus every time you apply on your cheek. Make sure that you're not applying on the same place because then you're gonna have that like indentation or not even. Okay, well, that is one of the blush, and then I'm just gonna build up a bit more. Okay, so that is with my finger, which is very interesting. I'm going to say later after I finish applying all of the product here. Now I'm going to grab my brush and apply the other one, which is this shade right here. This one here, which is kind of like a brighter pink. This is from NARS. I think this one is a kabuki brush. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna put all the products that I use, including the brush, on the description. So if you are curious, you can always check it there. So that is the other blush. That one is actually not bad. I thought it would be a little bit too bright for my skin tone, but it's actually pretty good. If you notice, my last video I did upload a Clinique pop, and I have one of the blush there is pink pop. I'm gonna show that on the screen right now. So that is the color. It's quite a bit similar to this one, except that this has a lot more pink and pigment into it because the Clinique one is really buildable. So I just wanted to mention that because I really thought that this kind of color wouldn't look good on my skin, but actually now I have this one, another shade. It's actually look good. I really like this color. This is the peachy one, and this is more of a pink one. That is the blush. Now let's move on to the lips. I think for this one, I'm gonna go with the red color. It's more of a deeper one over here, because I think the second red one is a bit more orangey and brighter. So I wanted to tone it down by wearing a red one. I'm also going to use a brush for lips because you cannot pick this up with your finger or anything. So you actually need a lip brush if you want to apply this lipstick, or you can just go with your finger like this. So that is the shade, and you can just kind of do that. But if you want a precise application, then you need a lip brush. And there you have it, guys, my final look from this Dior Écrin Couture palette for face, eyes, and lips. Take a look at one more time before I give you my review. The packaging, it's just awesome. Okay, it's time for my review of the actual product. So first thing, I wanted to touch base with the eyeshadow. So these are the color of the eyeshadow. I want to show you one more time. Personally, it's not my type of eyeshadow because first of all, the colors are just okay. As you can see, you could definitely create a smoky eye out of this eyeshadow. There's nothing wrong with this eyeshadow because it blends really well. It's just not my type. The finishes and the pigmentation and the texture of these shadows, I am not used to it. It's not my type. It's not something for me, and I know that. But it does quite blend really well. I didn't have a hard time blending it. The colors are almost the same, from the light brown to this one. So this one gives you a bit more darker, but it's, to me, it's very uniform. They don't stand out from each other. That's what I feel with this eyeshadow, and I'm looking for something that each of the shades, you could tell that it's different, but when I put it on my eyes, I just feel like it's not standing out for me. It's not wow factor. So for the eyeshadow, I'm not a big fan. Maybe for someone who really loves this kind of texture, it's very soft with a little bit of sheen and shimmer into it. Maybe someone would love it, but not my style. Now let's move on to the powder illuminator. Now this one I actually really like. I would say very subtle on a natural light, but with definitely a studio light. You could tell it's just bang on. Like, I actually like that. I think it will photograph really well, so I like that. And then let's move on to the blushes. So for the first blush that I applied in here, which is using my finger, actually the formula is good. The moment you touch your face with your finger, you would expect that there's going to be indentation because it's oil, right? So you can touch. The only problem with me using my hand is when I start putting it on, especially when you put your foundation and a powder, you start taking off your foundation because it's a powder, right? It's not a cream. So I don't love that idea that using my finger applying my blush. Not for me. But on this side, I used a brush, no problem. And I actually really like this color as well. It gives you that nice pop of color. It seems like it's just blending properly. I do like that, but it's not the best blush. It's not something that like, wow, like I'm gonna use this palette just because of the blushes. Not that one as well. I would say And then the next one is, of course, the lip products in here. This one that I'm wearing, I would tell you right now, it is a very sheer lipstick. So if you're looking for opaque red lipstick, this is not something for you. Or any of this lipstick, all of them I noticed that you have to build up quite a bit. So this one I probably applied 5 to 6 layer of it just to get a little bit more opaque color. And as you see, it's still not opaque. You can still see a little bit of skin under my lips. So yes, maybe this is not my style again, but I'm looking for something a little different. You know, with the lips, there are 4 lip colors in here, and I would prefer to have, you know, sheer, matte, satin, or velvet, you know, because they all have those ones. And I feel like all the lip product here are just the same. There's no different, like there's no versatility, there's no option, not as creative. I would say the only thing that I like is the illuminating powder and maybe the blush, but again, I said it's not wowing me. So that is it from me today, guys. I hope this video is useful. If you are planning to buy this for yourself, again, I warn you, we are all different, so you decide yourself. And if you're planning to buy it to someone who would love to have a Dior or just minimum amount of makeup that they apply every day, I think it will be good. But yes, overall, not for me. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you are updated whenever I have a new video. Also, I'm going to upload more holiday collection from Dior. Just tune in for tonight. I just wanted to really get this into you guys so that you can decide and see my review on this one. And again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye, guys!